Download that. I don't know why it keeps trying to put it in PNG. Or it keeps trying to put it in PDF instead of PNG. I think it's because I pressed presentation, but that's just because I wanted the 16 by 9. There's another one of those. Interview suspense thriller. Let's quickly turn the volume back up. I don't have to worry about when I press run now. Now that I've managed to get it unlinked from Sprint.
A full stomach ensures a good night's sleep. Seems like my noodles were just what you needed.
So, if I'm going to use Hugo, what do I need for him? Could probably go find that stuff right now. What would that be? For him to function at his best, what would I need for him? That is the question. They didn't release any new sets for him, so I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I could go full polar metal, but I don't remember. Oh, wrong direction. I don't remember the specific. Where's 404? Oh, this is 404 Live. I did not know that. I was always wondering where 404 Live was. I have no idea. Polar metal does still work for him? Does it? I genuinely have no idea. So that's 120. Probably have to rush through a bunch of the story. Probably go faster than I should, but I need the polychrome for Hugo. Okay, what does bro want? I don't know.
Today's special is the electric margarita with bluesy undertones.
Because it's not this, because this is clearly for Vivian. They didn't release any new stuff after that. So, I'm trying to think. It's less about him doing ice damage as it is about him doing...
The joy that this delicious composition brings.
It's about him doing one big ass hit of single damage. The total eyes effect. So maybe Shockstar would work decently well for him? I imagine?
this delicious composition brings is truly remarkable.
Does it? Does critical hits affect totalize? I think it does.
The joy that this delicious composition brings is truly remarkable.
I'm genuinely not sure. This might be the first character where no specific four-piece set really works. I'm being genuine when I say I might go polar metal, woodpecker, branch of blade.
I'll be waiting for your next visit.
Where like the only method I see is a triple two-piece set.
You want to test my hand? That confirmed. I would.
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
Does this thing ever? He never shows the weapon. Interesting. Can I look at his recommended, please?
I wish you a fabulous day. Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
I'm genuinely not sure. This is a dilemma. I want to go ahead and start saving this stuff for him. But the problem is I genuinely don't know what he needs. What disc set for Hugo? Also, I just realized his last name is Vlad. He's definitely a vampire. Oh, he has 3 different full piece options. His best is 4-piece woodpecker. Okay, so that would make sense, I guess. It's just there seemed to be no specific set geared towards, it doesn't show up there. Geared towards those ridiculous percentages. All of those percentages are just multipliers added to his skill multiplier, which is already decently high. Oh, his ultimate does it too? Oh, wait, how high is the ultimate? That's even more broken. Wait, holy shit.
Forgive me for stealing.
Okay,
Oh,
so for a
you
long
wanna test my
time,
hammer?
I'm pretty sure Coleta had the single highest damage multiplier in the game, and that was not from this, although this gets pretty close with the teamwork explosion damage from teamwork, which is 1500, and then from this, she has a whopping 3600, almost 3700 multiplier. I think some of the closest would probably be, because I think this shows up as one big multiplier. 3/, oh yeah, this is higher, 4200. But it wasn't one singular hit, it was a bunch of mini hits. So although she had the highest multiplier, I don't think any other character beats that amount. Where's double shot? Oh, yeah, double spot. Yeah, 1900. No, yours isn't because it's disorder, which is different. No, 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 no. I don't think any of the other characters had any like super big single hit damage, but now we have.
I am the.
See, he doesn't look like it because,
For
first of all,
stealing the moonlight.
this is his level 1 ultimate is 1500. Plus, you can add uh, increase damage multiplier of the skill's finishing move by 500%. Additionally, the effect further increases the skill's damage multiplier based on the remaining stun time. For each remaining second of stun time for the portion that is less than or equal to 5 seconds, the skill's damage multiplier increases by 140%. For each remaining second of stun time, the portion between 5 and 15 seconds skill's multiplier increases by 50%. Total increase can raise the skill's damage multiplier by 1700, which means it takes the ultimate, increases it by 500, and then increases it by 1700 at core skill level 1 with an ultimate that is already 1500 at level 1. So his level 1 damage multiplier, meaning you could level him up to 80 and only rely on his attack to get a ridiculous amount of, what is that, 3700 at level 1. Remind you, my Colada with a maxed ultimate of level 14 at M3 is just about the same. He can do the same damage at with a level 1 core skill and ultimate as my Colada can do at max core skill, max ultimate. Which is straight up fucking insane. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I guess I'm gonna go farm woodpecker. Like, holy shit, this dude has ridiculous damage multipliers. I don't know if this will make him any good, but damn, is he gonna be fun? Just going whoop whoop bonk. Just one big ass hit of damage. Ooh, I can also get soul punk from this, or soul rock and a soul punk. Which I guess is nice to make Ben better than he already is. I did recently watch a video. It's called a non-meta approach to team building or something of the likes of that. It was an hour and a half, and it was really good video, by the way. It really got me to understand what a lot of the characters did because I genuinely did not know. And in it, he explained that Ben is an on-field DPS, and honestly, considering how often I bring him out as on-field, it would make sense. It makes a lot of sense. So I do want to build him like that at some point. A bit more crit, especially with his attack already being so high. Oh, you know that effect does make sense. Especially because you want him to be able to always crit. Okay, let me do this. And then start going in. Who am I using for this? What? How old is this team? That's none of my exist. When was the last time I did this one? Holy crap, that's been forever. That's insane. Yeah, this is the team I want to use. It's similar to what that dude used. I'm gonna call it bigger. Bigger. Because it gets Ben in 3 teams. Now my Lucy now shows up in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 teams. She's the most consistently showing up character. She shows up in all 4 of these. Colada team, Ben team, Bernice team, and Piper team. To be fair, Lucy is super easy to slot anywhere. Kind of like Caesar, but I don't have Caesar because I didn't realize how her stuff worked at first. I thought she just did damage mitigation, where she reduced the amount of damage you take. I did not realize she gave a party-wide shield that's like ridiculously strong. Honestly, realizing that Ben's shield isn't that strong, I probably should have realized that he was not geared entirely towards defense.
Surrender.
Once I get the moment I get to the 1 year anniversary, I'm gonna make a video called "The Chains Are Off." And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop with the teams I currently have, and I'm going to completely reset the way I build. I'm going to start building characters the way I saw in that video.
Resistance is futile.
Like, the way of building that video is like perfect, right? And it makes a lot of sense. And it's not like the meta way that people have grown used to. And I think the way it's set up is perfect.
Back up here!
Keep your eyes open. Waste of time.
I really shouldn't start playing Tsukishiro with more, like, anomaly characters. After watching that video, it does make a shit ton of sense. I do highly recommend you look at that video. It's such a good video. Especially with the extra trivia. It's like the perfect React video, too. Like, for people who know absolutely nothing about the game, it's like a perfect way of getting just into the team building without having to understand a lot about the game as well. It also just lets you know a lot about what the characters actually do in game. So a lot of actors just won't, because you can't use the stuff that's like reactable to really get an understanding of the game as a whole. And I think that is a good way to do it. And if you're already reacting to stuff, I mean, you're already made that veil of ignorance before you play the game. Might as well. I literally, it's the first time in a while where I've sat and watched an entire, like, long video without, like, getting up and having my mind wander. I hate that gives a flash. It should not. The grenade should not give a flash. I will stand by that. It's so stupid that it does.
Surrender.
I like how each disorder gets stronger. I mean, it makes sense. She drops disorder damage, and I didn't actually realize it. I really need to evaluate how these characters work. Because I'll be honest, I did not realize, I genuinely, I'm being serious here, realized that Nicole gave, okay, did not realize she did. I did not realize Nicole gives a defense reduction. I mean, it's pretty short, but she gives a defense reduction. I did not know that. The thing is, her usages are just really niche. Also, apparently in trust events, every trust event with Nicole, where Miyabi, or where Nicole and Anby are in the same, like, area, if you say anything bad at Nicole, it will, like, any of the, like, snide or mark, like, dialogue options, it will always result in a reputation down with Anby. Which honestly makes a lot of sense. And I do like in that video, because he did also a bunch of, like, trivia for all the characters, because he went by class, or, like, by faction.
Waste of time.
Rather than, like, elements or, like, weapon types. Which I think is a good way of doing it. And in it, he really, I do like that he explained that like Nicole
Resistance
isn't
is
bad with
futile.
money.
Mind
She's
and
using
body.
that. She's getting so much of that money and then donating all of it to orphanages, to orphans. I think it's because she herself was an orphan. I don't really know a lot about the externally shown story because I don't watch any of that stuff. But the moment the 1 year anniversary hits, I am going to start doing that. I'm going to start watching everything as it comes out and stuff like that because, the chains are loose. I want to get all of my information because I'm going to try and do as good as I can. I'm going to use that video as a good starting point for what I should be doing. Okay, let's see what I've got. Who is going to hold
Hey,
his
don't look
stuff?
down on me.
I mean, it's gotta be, right?
Time for some tail care. Touch my tail.
It makes sense. Might as well have you hold all of Hugo's stuff. You can take these off for now. I imagine it's good to put impact on him, but we'll see. Okay, so I forgot I can't do it from here. I have to go. Where is it? Here. Oh. Check plan. Oh, beginner plan. That's funny. Obviously level 60. Can I set the W engine? No. I cannot set the W engine. Come on, really?
Hey, don't look down. You're right.
Okay, if you need.
Looking for touch my tail. And now.
Also,
Time for
his
some tail care.
his sentiments towards Ellen, I feel the exact same way he does. The reason I don't play her anymore is more of a skill issue and figuring out when to do what. She's a very technically challenging character to play. Might go Steel Cushion. I would go Cannon for her, but Steel Cushion. Also, just remembered I have 2 Steel Cushions. I don't have Nekomata, but I do have the thing that actually enables her to do stuff. I think I might sacrifice that extra 4% for the cannon rotor. Okay, and then I'm gonna go grab. Obviously, I'm gonna try and max them out. So that's what I'm gonna set in here. It's the same materials, which is why it's so good. And then this is gonna be weirdly enough the opposite, which is I'm going to set 4-piece woodpecker, 2-piece polar metal probably. Oh right, I forgot I can set it here. Okay, a crit damage, ice damage. Ooh, do I go attack or impact? Disc 6, attack or impact for Hugo. This is a bit of a conundrum. I guess I'd be running in with a stunner anyway. Stun or pseudo stun? Probably stun. Or Ben, pseudo stun bodyguard. Probably go attack. I mean, I could always run solo Hugo, because that sounds really fucking fun, but, you know. Could always do that. Okay, select that plan. Need a lot of shit. As you can see over here, I do not own enough of some of this stuff. Obviously, it won't be this. In fact, I can go ahead and check which ones he needs in here. Don't be big construction machine. Don't be big construction machine. Please don't be big construction machine. Oh, thank God. Because everyone uses that fucker. Okay, it's not marionettes. It's not. Oh, it's not Pompeii. It's sacrifice. Hi, Tom. Oh no, he's right here. I'm blind. I'm blind as fuck. Look, you know, so he has twin marionettes. That makes sense. I feel like a lot of ice characters are in here. Or at least a good few of them. I think I always felt that way because Ellen was like my best counter to the twin marionettes before. Okay, so I need to do this one. Oh, and I have 3 to 3 remaining wards. You know, oh, yeah, you can see how long it's been since I've done this. That team doesn't exist anymore. I don't use Quick Step. That was the old name of the team. I called it Quick Step because of how fast she moved. Because she was originally the fastest character. Now we have this fucker. We have literal Virgil in fucking anime game. To be fair, DMC is pretty fucking anime. Really enough, I want you to use Ether for this, but I've always found Ice to be significantly better.
My blade is already sheathed.
Oh, that wasn't enough for that. Take no damage. Both at once.
It's over. Leave the rest to me, please.
Damn it. I thought I could just outrun the buttons.
Watch out. A clue. Surrender. Enemies of Section 6 shall pay.
The goal is to just hit the both of them
Sorry,
at
I'm late,
once,
Yanagi.
as many times as possible.
Weakling. Purging slash.
So when any of them fall below and health to the other. There we go. Because the goal is to just kill them both at once. And generally speaking, Ellen was by far my best option for that. I don't think any of the, none of the, Ether characters can really do that. Why am I doing this at max level? This makes it slower. When I get slightly more rewards, but nah, whatever. But the thing is, like, none of the Ether characters can really do that. Why not?
My blade is already sheathed. Leave the rest. Surrender. Evasive action.
Ow, can I fucking sprint, please? Jesus. Where's my fucking second miss? Because during that they get fucking invincibility for some reason. It's still one of the most annoying bosses in the game.
Weakling.
Fuck's sake, invisibility again? Really? Right when I'm doing it, really? That's seriously so annoying. I don't like it at all. It's so stupid. This is why I still believe this is the most poorly designed boss in the game.
Resist my
This
blade.
is what I mean. The fucking invincibility is so stupid.
Mind and body. Weakling.
Nope. No revival for you. The problem is that the only ether characters there are only 3 in the game. And those are Jiyuan, Vivian, and Nicole. I'm pretty sure those are the only 3 ether characters in the entire game. And the thing is, from what I could tell, they're all single target. So, having an enemy where you have to kill 2 different enemies at once is, That's what I like about Miyabi, is that, and at the time, the best character for dealing with them was, Ellen, who was also kind of single target. But she could switch between targets much faster, because you wanted to enter her dash state anyway.
Scatter! Don't get hit. My blade is already.
Seriously, why do they instantly go into this? This is the fucking long ass attack with fucking infinite iframes at this point. Like, seriously, why? Who thought this was a good idea? Again with the fucking iframes. No. The problem with Jiyuan is that she's very mobile, but she loves to single target. And it's really annoying to position her to get full usage out of her piercing, since her shots are projectiles, not like, slashes. But Miyabi is just so much better because of her wide-reaching, huge arena slashes. Okay, so that's all I can farm of
You want to touch
those.
my hammer? Touch my tail? And no.
So using that set, oh, I forgot the filters don't automatically work. It's annoying. Those are walks and balls because I just own none of them. Boop and boop. Look at all those. Attack, pen, and crit damage. That might be a winner. That might be a winner. That one might also be a winner. That one's definitely a winner. I need one more polar metal. Yeah, I don't have any other polar metals. Maybe I do this one instead of that one. Okay, I need crit rate, thank you. I need ice damage. Alright, I have impact here. I could switch back to the other. I could. You know what? Why not? Sure. Then I can switch back to this really good one. Like, you can't really go wrong with that one. Pen and both crits, and then if it misses all of those three, it still goes into anomaly proficiency, which isn't terrible. Freeze still does some damage. No ice damage bonus.
Time for some tail care.
Part of the deal it is. Okay, let's spam until I get ice
Today's
damage.
special is the electric margarita with bluesy undertones. The joy that this delicious composition brings is truly remarkable. Come back again soon.
Come on, open. Okay. Can I, hello? Click on it. There we go. $109. I think that's by far the most I've ever had.
Evokes 100 aromas.
I could do 10 of one of these. Okay, let's just get this out of the way because this is the one that's least likely to hit. Gimme! That's the wrong set. Almost did that. I am grabbing Woodpecker for this, right?
Again soon.
Hey! Time for some tail care.
Yes.
Touch my tail, then no.
A hollow tube
This is in fact
evokes
Woodpecker.
100 aromas.
Come on, there we go. Please be good substat. Not terrible. That's unfortunate. Okay, I need attack percent for this on polar metal.
The joy that this
Gimme.
delicious take your time and savor it.
There's one. There's two with crit damage. Two with crit damage. But one of them is on my proficiency HP, the other is defense HP for both flats. Let's see how those do. Let me trash everything else.
The joy that this delicious composition brings is truly remarkable. Leaving so soon.
You want to test my touch my tail, then no.
Wow, her crit's already looking really good. I'm already very, very proud of this. Actually, wait, I don't want crit rate, do I? I've just realized I don't want crit rate main stat. I need crit damage. Huh. Yeah, I want to stack crit damage. Because I get a good bit of crit rate from everything else. And that will make her crit rate insane, or his crit rate, because it's for Hugo, insanely high. Huh. I didn't think about that.
Time for some tail care.
What flavor of music would you like to try?
Wait, which piece is on 6?
You want to touch my tail? No. Time for some tail
Okay.
care.
A mellow tune evokes 100 aromas.
Not 6, 4. I always forget the order. I forget it actually goes around a circle. Okay, I need crit damage. Need crit damage. Oh, wrong button. It's crit rate, HP, proficiency, HP, crit rate, not my proficiency. Thanks for all the crit rates, I guess, but not what I'm looking
The
for.
joy that this delicious composition brings
Okay, what about all this
is
stuff?
truly remarkable.
Well, let me go to Ben really quick.
You want to
It's time for some hard labor.
Let me see, did I get anything better for these? Soul Rock. Yeah, it needs to be like a good crit. Uh-oh. See if this is any better. Maybe. Between all of these, I think I'd go with this one. The rest can be sacked. Can I? I can from in here. Thank God. Okay, let's check for this. No. Those are all garbage. Okay, and then everything else I can just throw out because I don't use this for anything else. This is like the only character. This is the only defense scaler in the game, so he's the only one that needs this. Like, plus he has to lose HP, which is the entire not point of him. He's a counter DPS, so
Time for some hard labor.
at least his stats are a little bit better now. Even a bit better.
How can I help?
Okay, let's sack all that then.
Evokes 100 aromas.
Get a whole bunch of stuff back out of that.
Leaving so soon.
Hey, don't touch my tail. No.
I just realized how awful this piece is. Yeah, get out of here. And then switch to one of these attack piece ones. Let's see how well these do. This is why I stacked up on all this shit. Honestly, not terrible. Let's see how you do. Ooh. Okay, this one in twice with anomaly proficiency. This just went in once and then went twice in HP, which is useless. Okay, replace with you, and then you are going to the slaughter. Okay, and now I can focus on using the rest of those that I got.
What flavor of music would you like to try today?
I want to see if these are terrible. I'm going to go ahead and lock these. Sack those. And now...
The joy that this delicious composition brings
Okay.
is truly remarkable.
I need to focus on getting crit damage for this. That's what I need the most. Crit rate, HP, crit rate, crit damage. Yes! There it is. Get out of here, trash. Okay, crit damage is exactly what I need for this set to work.
Want to test my
Because it's just one big, massive bonk in the face with ridiculously high proportions of damage numbers. That's the entire goal. The one pen is nice, but I'm mostly focused on the main stat there. I can focus on getting better stats for that later. Let's focus on seeing how good these can get. Because I need to make sure I am the best. 1 into crit damage. Oh no. If you can go twice or more. But if you go in attack percent and pen. See, this one's better. This one's garbage. Yeah, the goal is to hit massive crit damage numbers. Well, I'm still going to go into crit rate a bit. Not going to be entirely on crit rate. Okay. I'll be ironing. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's awful. Is this going to crit rate at least a little bit? Oh, I did go into crit rate twice. Okay. So crit rate is still 57% over 131. Honestly, not terrible. I see this as a viable set. And I can always switch out the 20 from this for the 24 from this. Which, you know, it can always work. Get a 61 over 131 with higher attack. You know, I'm going to go for that. Obviously, I can't show you that, but I can't show you the true strength of this set yet, but we'll be seeing it.
Touch my tail?
For
No.
sure.
Time for some tail care.
Let's see, how much do I need a bunch of this stuff? Obviously, I have more than enough of these. I need a bunch of this. I need a hell of a lot of ice stuff. I did the calculations. How many do I need? I think it's 25, 75, 250. I think it's how many you need of
Time for
each.
some
25,
tailcare.
75, 250. I think is the right number. It's been a long time on this. And of course, the placeholder for it will be Ellen. And if I don't get Hugo, at least I have a set for Ellen that will work really well on her specifically. I think that's all I can do for now. And also, that is why I saved that bit right there when I was doing all that upgrading and stuff. Is exactly why I stockpiled on fucking plating agents. I have so many, and it doesn't take all that much to fully level one of those.
What flavor
Speaking of, do I have
insect
anything to
would you
dismantle?
like
I
to
do.
try
I have you.
today?
Yep.
Leaving so soon.
You want to touch my tail? No.
Yeah, I've literally just been sitting here upgrading this stuff. What did I get for this one? I did still have more to test, I think. Actually, no, I had more to test for the other ones. Let me guess here, the crit damage one. You are. I think I can sack the
Time
rest
for
of
some
those.
tail care.
A mellow tune evokes 100 aromas.
Okay, I'm gonna continue doing this just to see if I can get good crit damage with good substats. Because at least I got the crit damage, but I don't have the good substats is the issue. Damn. Well, looks like I'm gonna be farming the shit out of that,
The
but
joy that this degree
usually what happens.
makes fizzle.
Okay, stretch. Well, that was really long, but made a hell of a lot of progress unexpectedly. And I'll go start farming attack and stuff. Oh, that took an hour. Holy shit.